Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome back to Terminus Zombie Survivors, and this is our domination playthrough. We are doing the flag ending, so we're dropping a flag down at every single location. We are also doing it a solo, on Apocalypse, on permadeath, and we've also mixed it in because we wanted to fight the trading houses, and we hadn't interacted with the trading houses with the fighting. So this one I've done as a domination. Any NPC we find, we will be killing. Fortunate for this run, any starving elder, any survivor, and any fortified house we have to attack. And doing that, to be quite honest, has got us a tremendous amount of loot. So let's get back into the game. We are about to go into the night cycle. I'm just going to read some books, and I'll bring the video back when we get to 7 o'clock. So currently that's the map. Anything with a flag, so everything all the way down in the south has been done up to about there. And anything that side. So we've only got really about a quarter of the map left to go. The police station is going to be our final ending one. There is a blockage, so there's only one zone point. And I think there was another location here and here we haven't found. But apart from that, we have uncovered everything. I am looking forward to going to the library, because I would like to find some more strength books. I was hoping that we could get to 5 across the board in this one, but I think we've done pretty well. We might be able to get one more elf stat book to get that to 5, but the chance of us getting 3 strength books this late into the run, I don't think that's going to be possible. But again, we are very powerful. We should have done it on the crowded scenario just to give a bit more challenge. I'm used to a bit more challenge than this run's been, and that's how many times we've leveled up with all the skills we've got and all the books we've read. So most of the skills are looking max, so 5-5, 3-3, 4-4. So we haven't got many essential skills left to do. So let me do the reading tonight, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to leave the map. I think we've still got to drop a flag at this zone. Let me just double check that. Yes, we still need to drop a flag in the morning. So let me do some reading and I'll bring you back. Welcome back. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get a chance to do much reading last night because we was combating until late, and then I've had to craft up another batch of flags. So we are out of resources to craft any more flags at the moment. We are getting close to having the maximum amount of flags we need. We managed to get 70 pages, so we've got about a third of the way into the book. There is a zombie on the map up here, which has just given me... we can hear the sound of it. Right on the zone point. And we do need to be going back to the fire station, and unfortunately that window is going to be the closest. So I'm going to move up there. Going to check my AP. So next turn I'm going to be on 23.9, so I want to use 4 AP. And I have repaired up all the gear as well, so that would help out with the cold in the morning. We ripped up one of our pair of gloves just so we had enough to do enough flags and repair the bags and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be on 19.9 now. We'll be eating the food when we get to 23.1. And it will give us a little bit of hydration, but not a lot, so I'm going to just drink some water. Because we was drunk at the night because we used a beer to perk up our morale, so we didn't have to take drugs on this night. I have just took some drugs for energy, just to help us out throughout the day, because we didn't sleep. So it is light now, so we're ready to go. So let's uncover the window. I am going to leave those covered. I could just go and take the cloth off them if I want. Now this guy can travel quite a bit, so we'll just go and take him out. 5.5, not quite the knife, maybe a machete. Yep, machete will take you out. Crafting recipes, wrench. The only thing I would like to pick up is the cigarettes. Normal medicine we've got enough of, and batteries we've got enough, so those are the only 2 I really want. But before we move anywhere, let's see if we can drop that flag down while... Okay, there's something... there's one square at the very bottom I didn't notice, so I should have come out the door and down the south. So let's judge. Maybe there, but I might need to go one more tile. No, that was good. It was a sort of guess that one was. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got about a 6 visibility in the daytime. And we do want to make sure we get some AP before we do leave the zone. Don't need another cooking pot, but the cigarettes are coming really handy. We did take a cigarette last night as well to help out our morale. So let me just dump the stuff away what we don't need. It was nice to find a tent, and at least we found out what we can and can't do with the tent for future runs. The more we learn in one run, the better it's going to be in the next run. And we've learnt a lot this time about getting like metal nice and easy and getting metal sheets nice and easy. We don't need 3. I think I'll just keep 1. So we're up to 6 flags. I think we need probably about another 10-15 flags to finish the run. I'm happy with that. We'll wait 1 turn just to get some AP. We've done this zone, so we've got... actually, we need to refuel the truck. Okay, so the truck's filled up now, and we've still got 10 fuel left over, and we've got 60 in the truck. So that at least can give us an idea of where we can go. So if we go directly to the gas station, it's only 38, so we can take some detours. Fire station. That's where we said we wanted to go. And there's a chance of us getting more fuel from the fire engine there. Now, you normally do have a lot of zombies at fire stations. They are one of the big sort of zombie areas. So let's have a look. We've got 1 invisibility there, 2 at the bottom of the truck here. We've got a couple here by the cabinets. That one will be outside, that will be inside. That's outside. Then there's 3 at the top up here. And a couple here. So the main priorities I need to do is take this guy out and take this guy out. Then have a look at these 2 at the bottom. So let's just move 1 just so we got visibility, because we don't know how bad he was going to be. He's dagger. Should be able to take that out, yep. Do I want to go there or here? I think I want to go here, just get me some visibility down this corner. Okay, we've got visibility of everybody now. We do need to back off 1 unless we take that guy out. So we do need to back off. Or we're not going to be able to take him out this turn. This should be a nice, easy 2-hitter. We do have some energy stuff on us. And I could do with taking each of these out. We could take him out with a spear. And then this one here, we'll take out with the assault rifle. 67% chance. I've just got to hope it hits. We got the best we could on that one. So this guy can still come up to my face. There's nothing in them I need to pick up. And the crowbar and the rag I don't need to pick up. We've already got a portable generator in the fire truck, so I don't need to take another one. So he's inside, he's inside. He's inside. He's outside. And we don't have the hearing of those now because we're in this corner. I think we can hear probably somewhere like that. Okay, so we've done as much as we can. We didn't have to use any energy drugs. That was good. We are cold, even though I've got my gear up. Ideally, you would want to really be having 4 pieces of gear on at this time of year. We can go and take him out, and then that will give us a little bit of visibility in. So he's not a tough zombie, and he's not a tough zombie. We could just use the gun on this guy, to be honest. 8.9. Now, let's do it with the axes. And I do have 8 left. And that's exactly enough for the assault rifle. Don't need to stop for that. And there isn't somebody else outside here, so I do have to be careful. There's 2, it looks like, outside. Because if I move there for 3.3 and take this guy out, I haven't got much to back up unless I use AP items. So it might be best for me just to spend 1 AP this turn. I think I needed to repair the duffel still. Oh, okay, 1 AP. I can just break some of this down. So we get some threads. And I'll pass the turn. If they don't see you and they can't get to you, just bide your time. Get some more AP back. Don't rush into fights. That's going to give them the advantage, not you. I'll go here so I get visibility so I could see this guy's movement. That's low enough for a dagger. There is one in the building there, but doesn't have much range. There's one over the corner there, which I want to get visibility on this turn, hopefully. So in that case, let's move up behind this guy. That should give me visibility, which it has. Okay, he can't get to me. He can't get to me. And them in that room would have to come for the doors here. So I think we're safe as best we can. And we just keep using the knife on these weak ones. I'm not going to stop for the corn seeds now. We do still have some AP to burn. So I'm going to go up to this guy. It will give me visibility outside and some in the room. So yeah, all these are in the bottom. So one here, one here. And then there's that one there and this one we're about to take out. So it looked pretty bad when we got on the tile. Biding our time, making sure we don't get into people's range. We've managed to clear it out nice and simple. And the next turn I think I will go up to that door and through it. But I don't need to go there this turn. 12.6 will put me at 19.2. So I won't overcap. And I think I need to wait until about 23 on my satiety before I eat. I've still got 65 turns on this, which is just short of 3 days, so I've not got a rush to eat it, and I've not got to waste it. The morale -2 you get from it from being stale is being counteracted with the vegetarian. If I'd put more vegetables in there, that morale for the vegetarian would have been a lot higher. So yeah, let's go and deal with this guy in here. We'll loot this room, and then we'll go into the main room. And yep, 5 will clear you out. We'll pick up the rag bins over on the tile. We do have some in the car, but we have used a lot in this run, and none of that I need. I think I'll pick up the red sights because we are running out of some of the sights for some of the weapons, and those are very low, so I don't need it. I've got 10 AP, so we've got enough to move around. Actually, I should have just come straight over here because there isn't a door, so this is fairly safe. Another gas can. Now, I should have picked up the siphon if I'd have thought about it to take the fuel out the truck. So we'll have to use this door to get to our car very easy. And we've got enough shovels, so we don't need any more. Yeah, holographic sight, that's very good, 30% accuracy. And let's get some AP, and then next turn we'll go in and check the fire truck, but we want to take the battles out first, so we know there's 2 more here and here. So we'll come around this side, get this guy, and then we'll get visibility of him at the same time. Is there a third room? I've never seen a third room in a fire station. Being as though we're on the tile, I will pick up the wood. An extra fire axe, I will never say no to. Come on this square so we can pick up the wood and take this out. And yeah, he's in another room, so that's fine. We don't have to rush after him this turn. And I can just come around here and start looting this stuff. Canned beans and another axe. Those are the sort of finds I like. More beer. I'll take the ammo and just make sure we've got one on us. So the ammo we've got on us is 59 medium, so I don't need that one. Weak vitamins. Was vitamins the one that give morale? Yes, so that we're picking up those now. But let's get some AP. We're still at 25 satiety because we've got the 2 levels, so I'm only losing 0.8 a turn. So it'll be another couple of turns before we eat. So we check this. Let's come over here, check this. Take the medicine. I'm not going to worry about the others. We'll move over here so I can get this. So what fuel have we got in? So we got 6 fuel in there, so I do want to come back for that. Well, it won't give us quite an extra tile, but it would get most of the way to an extra tile. What have you got inside? Fire axe, tape, glue. Very good finds. Really good for, like I said, fuel, but again, unless you've got a gas canister to put it in, the fuel in the truck's not going to really do you much early game. So let's pass a turn. There is somebody else on the map now over there, so we'll go and take him out. I didn't realise it was this close to night again. So yeah, 6.9 to 30. Yep. It's going to be another 2 turns before we take that. I would like to grab that, but we can just grab it on the way out. Take this guy out first. And then come in and deal with this guy. Another set of weak vitamins. And again, because we've been using a lot of energy drugs, we will start picking them up again. Compression, and we don't need the jewelry. And we got no AP, so let's get some. Got a couple hours. We do want to go and get that fuel. I'm pretty confident on that. It would be a good call. And we do know we've got some good night visibility now. So if we're going to take 2, let's take 2 of those and let's take the lowest of these, which is 42. We haven't used much condition. The one electronic would have lasted us all run. So the cheapest I can get to the truck is 4 to there. And again, these are really good as well because all these lockers are metal. So when you break them down, you do get metal sheets. So if you did do an home base, go and put a couple of metal sheets on each door. Get each door up to like 40 health, and not many zombies can get through that in a turn. And we want to retrieve all the fuel. And let's get back to the truck. So we're going to pass 1 turn. We do need to drop that flag down before I forget it. Actually we can't because we've still got this uncover. Put all the fuel in the truck. So yeah, I'm going to have to come here and there. So I'm going to have... If I'd have thought about that, I could have got this part when we was doing the guy up there with the fight. At least getting back to the truck will be a lot faster. So 6.3 takes me straight back, but I haven't got enough to do the flag. The sensible part would be keep here for the night. Do we have anything? We have a desk that will give us a reading speed bonus. Decisions. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip here for the night. We've still got 2 charges on that one. We've got enough wood to repair some windows. And if we need to, we can break down some of the units in there to repair. We'd take some extra cloth because I want to repair some stuff. And we don't need all these fire axes. So we just want to take the weakest one. 99 very low. We'll take that one. There's some good charge on them too, so I'm going to leave that one behind. Leave the sights behind. And leave a Molotov behind. We'll carry 2 of the weaker drugs now. And we don't need that medicine. We'll take an extra food, because if we're doing an all-nighter... And we've got enough beer... and energy drink, so that's fine. Let's just top up our water when we're back at the car. And we're going to eat next turn, so I don't need to do my water. I probably will take one of them energy drugs. Now, the one thing I don't know is do 2 tier 1 stack. I've never really checked. So now's the time to. Yes, it looks like they do. Okay, so that's useful. I didn't realise they did stack like that. And it's probably a lower drug amount as well for the smaller ones. Yeah, strength 2, strength 3. So no, it would be possibly more economical. What's the energy 2, strength 4? So no, it's the same as taking 2 weak as it is taking a potent. Same drug levels. Okay, let's get some health back. Sorry, let's get some AP back. Drop our flag. so we don't have to mess around with it in the morning. I will secure these and fix these up. And I'll put another one on that window. Don't need to do anything else because we're going to be stopping in this room. $18 on that door. There is somebody that's just zoned in on that zone point there. 15 on there, 18 on there. I think I'm okay. And we've got a couple of books to read. And we're low enough to eat the first of the foods. Might as well take an alcohol because I've got loads of it. We'll wait for our satiety to drop down to 27 and then I'll use that so I don't waste any of it. We will take some water on this turn. And we're just going to be sleeping tonight. If that guy does start combat, I will bring you back. But if not, we're just going to read books tonight. So we are currently reading the 2 energy saver ones. And it would be nice if we can get both those finished tonight. Okay, welcome back. It's 8 o'clock. And that zombie did come to us. Now, considering we have got 100% audible sound, we shouldn't have attracted that zombie over to us. So I don't know what's going on with that. But we've got enough combat, enough AP to do combat. 7.2, possibly you, no. So it'll be one of the weaker axes. Crafting books we don't need to do because this character does have all the recipes. Does that mean I'm out of planks? Ah, it does. I'm not going to take down the reading bench. And then we'll move back in and repair that door. I did forget this window hasn't been covered, so we need to go and do that. And those metal plates gives 40 HP, not the 20 you get from planks. So I feel fairly safe in here. We're not getting notification that there's any other zombies on the map. But because we've got all the windows closed, we do get less range because of that. So again, I'll just continue reading the books. I'll bring you back in the morning if nothing else happens. Okay, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We have got some company on the map. There's one here, one down the south, one up on that tile and one here. So there's at least 4 we've got in audible range of us. But the reason I brought you back is both books are nearly finished. So that's going to be energy saver 3 out of 5. And that's going to be energy saver 4 out of 5. And I don't think we've got any other energy saver books. So in the morning we will have to find some other books for us to read. So what I am going to do is probably go and have a sleep tonight then. Anything I need to use my AP on? We're going to get morale back tonight. Was there anything close enough that I could do a check on? Ah, actually there is. So we'll pass one more turn. So there is quite a bit more on here. There's one on the tile there. One here, one here, one here, and one here. And one down to the south by the window as well. So we might start banging on the door. But we've got quite a bit of AP. Let's try and get these last 2 zones to find out what they are. So I can get that one up there for 5.6. Which is just an house. There's nothing there. There's nothing in the gap in the middles. We already checked around by the police station. There's nothing else there. So the only other location will be an army base right up in the corner here. And as you can see, because there's snow, you can see the footprints. And now there's 2 there, 1 here. 1, 2, 3. He is in the building, so I should have really shut that door. But we have got another door barrier here. And I think I'm just going to get that last zone on the map as far as cheap as I can. 12.8. So every location is on the map now. That's what a full run looks like. You will always have the same amount of gas stations, the same amount of police stations, same amount of libraries. I think you have the same amount of houses, but it's just random of where they are. You might have a little less houses depending on how many railroads you've got. But as you see, you've got the one railroad running from here all the way up to Terminus, and then you have one down the other side of the map doing the same. So as long as you find a railroad on a run, you could just follow that railroad up, ignore everything else, and it's the fastest way to Terminus, especially if you can get a car. But I don't think I've got much else to do. We've got nothing to read. We could eat our food now because we're low enough and drink some water. So yeah, I'm just going to sleep. And if anybody does come knocking, I'll bring you back. It's only 2 hours to morning. So in that case, I am going to set an alarm for 2 hours only. Okay, so the energy is looking pretty good now. 7 o'clock in the morning. We have not max AP, but we're close to it. I'm not going to go out there until next turn. So that means I am going to have to spend a lot because we're very content. Our energy's good, so we're getting 14.3 on the next turn. And I don't think I've got anything. Maybe could repair some gear. And we've already explored everything at this location, so all we've got to do is get to the truck as quick as possible, and then we can leave. We do have enough fuel in there, so we don't have to mess around. But let's just pay attention, because we did get some more fuel cans. So we're up to 15. 20.6, so say 20 in the truck. So we're on about 72 fuel. So I'm always going to check how long it is to the gas station before I go down there. So I think going up round the dangerous place might be a good idea. But I always want to make sure I leave us a couple extra tiles of fuel in case we have a blockage here. Because if we have a blockage, we've got to go 3 tiles round the back. Yeah, I'm happy to do the church, the electronics store, the house, and then try and make our way to the gas station. I think we've got enough to do that. If worse comes to worse, we could just take a load of gas cans with us and just fill them up and then go back to the truck and recover it. Okay, immediately we've got 2 at the dangerous location. We've got 1 over here. It's a bit of a weird building. I don't think I've ever seen this design before. Oh, that must be the back room of it, but it's definitely a bit of a different design than I normally see. Okay, so we've got 1 in the building here, we've got 1 in the building here, and we've got 1 outside the building there. You don't have much movement, so I haven't got to worry about you. So I think the 2 priorities is this, and then finding out what that is. So 6.5 is possibly spear. And 6.7 is a little too much for that, so that's going to be a lower axe. Anything worth picking up? Weak antidepressants. I will go there because it's got a needle. Those are the best items for repairing gear. I haven't found anything better, so I'm sticking with that. Those are the best items. I think I will start picking up the weak drugs. Because we know them the same strength and all that as the better drugs, it might be just a good idea to use them. So I've got 10 AP left. We know you can't get to us, and we know you can't get to us. What am I getting next turn? 13. Ah, we never picked up any books. I think I'm going to go and fight this guy. Just get some visibility down there. And we need 8.3, so yeah, that's going to be axe again. Nothing I need to stop for on that spot. We can just pass to the next turn. So, a zombie attacked the window. That normally means there's a survivor or a bandit or a pickpocket at that location. unless you're inside of a building. You don't normally see zombies attacking buildings if you're outside of it. So we've got 17 AP, so I'll go up there. I've still got about 13, 14. He's a decayed zombie, so I'm going to go here and see how good that axe is. Sorry, the hammer. It's very weak, so it's no good to us. And he has to be took out with a spear, otherwise I get diseases. Even shooting him from the front got us a disease, so be careful of that one. I don't need weak medicine because I've got lots of that, and I just want visibility down here. So you can't get to me. We've still got enough AP to play around with, so I am going to go and take him out. 7, I think, was back to an axe. Soft drink and rags, I'm not going out my way for. And we're not going to overcap, so I'll just pass the turn. So yeah, as I thought, there's somebody there, some sort of survivor. There's one outside the building and there's one inside the building. So I'm going to try and go inside the building first. Alarm clock and plank I don't need to stop for. Might as well search these as I'm on the square. Guidebook, helicopter, street map, nothing I need. And you're weak enough I could take you out with a spear. Just to save us wasting AP, and then I can go on that square, pick up the rag, and then loot whatever you was guarding. Another gas can. Okay, it's not got much in there, but it does mean the next time we get to a gas station, we can go even further the next time. There is somebody there. I think I'm going to go and take him out. Ah, there's one on the other side of the window as well. But it looks like he can only move one tile. I'm taking the chance on here. I was confident, and I think I'm not going to bother with closing the windows because we'll be off this cell pretty soon, and we should have enough to take you out as well. Get rid of the knives. And we're not going to move until next turn. Normally, I would go and get the tape, but we've got like 20 pieces of tape in the truck, and I think another 5 complete advanced repair kits. So it's not something I need. We've searched everything. Ah, okay, I missed one. That was a bit of wasted AP. And we'll take the beer. Now, we could actually take the Bible to use the morale in here, because you get double while you're on a church tile. So each of those books, it never wears down. So that's always going to give me 2 morale for 1 AP. That book will get less and less every single time I use it, but that won't while I'm on this tile. So if we do want to perk up our morale before we leave, that might be a good idea. Let's go back up to the door. Just make sure there's nobody down here. That's fine. The only one I want to check is that I'm not checking all the benches because, again, there is a chance they could drop books. And books are the only thing I really want to finish this run off, especially strength ones. I might check them. We've still got 21 days for the 100-day run, which I do want to finish this on the 100-day run. We'll go up here so we get visibility. So yeah, it must have been just a starving elder because they haven't got much loot there. Canned mill, that was a very nice find. We know this is safe because we've already took this guy out. So I'm okay being by the broken window. Ointment. I'll take that novel because my novel I've used a couple of times. So let's just drop that weaker one. I did hear a zombie. So where is that zombie? Oh, he's there. But he can't get to me, so that's fine. We've got enough AP to run over into these two as well. Fresh onion. I wouldn't really be expecting fresh items this late. And again, it does show you can get books in these. Skillful search is no good because we're already 3 of 3, so we're not going to pick that up. We'll wait for some AP before we move the next turn. Probably have to take the zombie out first before we do anything. And the knife, that will break. But it will kill him easy. Don't need rags and skewers. And then we'll loot these now. Don't need the painkillers. And we've got 4 electric siphons. I don't need any more. But it does show that there's a good amount of electronic siphons around the map. We do have the perk for an extra drop every time we check something, so we could be getting more lucky. So if we're finding an item, only one item, then there's a chance that wouldn't have anything normally. And I think we've got everything, so I doubt map fragments. And again, another electronic siphon pump here. So again, they are worth checking, especially early game. So the trait I'm talking about is lucky person, find an additional item when searching. So if we found that 1 lettuce in there, would that have given me 0 if that trait, or does that only work on certain items? I don't know. Let's go back onto my AP amount. So we've got enough to go and deal with this. We'll take it just to check it against ours. 72 medium, ours is better. We'll take them because I think I broke the last ones down because I needed some cloth to make another flag. What's on there? Fighting knife, lighter pot, nothing I need. So next turn I'm going to come down to this spot. We can't do it this turn. So yeah, we're going to come down to this spot here. Uncover this area, drop a flag, and we can move on to the next tile. It is going to be a couple hours because we're down to 5 o'clock at night before the sunset. And it does say there, at night visibility decreases, temperature decreases, and zombies become more aggressive. There is a perk you can get where zombies don't see you inside the house. I've never used it, but I probably will do that on a run. Okay, so there's nothing I need there. I should have a flag on me. And I need to be back at that square there. Do I want to leave the tile? No. So I might as well spend the time putting these partial cans in. If I'd have thought about it, I could have just tipped them all into a big one to make it more economical. We'll keep 1 can aside just in case I want it for the generator. So we've got 61 fuel in the truck at the moment. I do want to put all the loot I picked up away. So how many gas cans are we up to now? 18 big ones. So that's 90 fuel. And 9 small ones, which is 18 fuel. I would chuck those away, but they have become quite useful for us to go further distances. Okay, welcome back. I've sorted some books out for us to read because we had nothing on us. The hammer's still good for a bit. The axe is still good. We're just going to run them 2 down. If I need to switch to the rifle, I can. That's an option. We've got our food and all that topped up. So let's have a look at these books. So the 2 next skills I really want to level up is morale decrease, because we've been hit hard with the morale in this run. Now, I only need 2 more because I'm 3 of 5. I've got 3 books in the car. So we want to keep the 2 lowest, so 244 page and a 364. So the 390 can get chucked. As you see, there is a wide range books can be. I think it's around 200's the lowest I've seen a book, and just short of 400's the ice book I've seen, like 390 there. For non-stat books, and stat books I've seen go up close to 600. And as low as 350-ish, I think is the lowest stat book I've seen. So again, there is a wide variety. So just finding the book isn't always the best thing. Finding a book that is low, so it cuts down on the AP you need to learn it. So I'm going to keep the 4 books on us now so we don't run out of things to read again. Won't take me long if I'm doing an all-nighter to actually read these books. And our weight's still at 1.1, so we're good. Dumped a few more cigarettes in there. We're up to 10 cigarettes. So again, another way we can get morale back. And we've still got our MP3 player, which is another way we can get morale back as well. So we've got our flag down. I don't want to leave this tile this turn. So I'm just passing a turn, so I've got AP. We know we've got 61 in the car. Or the truck, shall I say. So if we go to the gas station now, we can go there, and we've still got 2 tiles spare over. Now, I was thinking of doing sort of like the house and go round that side, but I'd rather be away from a dangerous zone. So in that case, I want to come over and do these. No, let's make things interesting. Let's go to the electronics store. Immediately we got a zombie next to us. Let's have a look at everybody on the map. So there's 2 here. 1 to the south, what can't get to me. 2 the other side of the fire truck up here. 3 in the building here. 2 up there, that's going to be outside. That's possibly going to be in the building. And the stuff down here, we don't have notification because it's too far away. So I'm looking at movements now. So you can't get to us. You can't get to us. Being as I'm next to this guy, it's a no-brainer. Just take him out. We did run our knife down, so let's pick up another knife if we've got a spare in the car. Okay, it is our last knife, so we do want to make sure this doesn't break. Because there is some recipes I do need knife for. So the next one, I might as well go up and take this out, because I just don't want to be by this open window not knowing what these can do. And I don't need to go out my way for chips. So you should be able to be took out with a knife. And we want to come round here, but again, because the truck's big, it has its advantages, it has its disadvantages. Advantages, it blocks out the zombies from seeing you. The disadvantages, it stops you from seeing the zombies as well. If the zombies here, they will come and fight you, where sometimes you want to see them to know what the range is. That'll be you gone. And let's go in that spot. Bins I'm in the spot, we'll pick up some extra ammo. Don't need it at this point. We're nearly up to 500 ammo. And I'm happy to stop where we are. This guy over here actually can get to us. So it's a good job I did check. So in that case, I'm going to go back 1. Hopefully he sees us and comes up to our face. That just saves us AP on the next turn. He's going into night on the following turn. So we've heard gunshots, so that means there's some sort of bandit on the tile. So that's good, because he's attracted all the zombies to him. So there's now 4. 1 in this room at the top, 3 here. Then there's 5 over here. We know this zombie's down here, so I'm going to come for this one first, I think. And we can turn on our lantern to get some... I think he's in this room. If he's in this room, our best choice would be to go at the top room, let the zombies take him out. 5.6. Can the knife do that? It can. Don't need to go out the way for that. I think I am going to turn on the torch. And we do have batteries on us in case we need to replenish the torch. And I want to move down here just to see what we got. Okay, so it's at the end of a room. I'm going to go to the zone point there. Hopefully this guy can't come down, take out the window and take me out as well. Hopefully all that gunshots will attract all the zombies up to there. Now there is something interesting we could do here. If all the zombies are piled up on top of each other, we could drop a Molotov. But we know how dangerous Molotovs in houses from, I think it was season 2. It's fun, but it's also deadly. That's a decayed zombie, so I need to attack you at an angle, so let's move there. That's spear. And let's come up and check this. There is a metal on the floor, so I am going to pick it up. Because we are going to have to do some repairing here, I'm pretty certain. I could go up to this square here and see what this zombie is. Yeah, I'm going to... Okay, he's outside, so that's fine. And they should all be attracted to the noise up here with that bandit, pickpocket, whatever it is. I would assume it's going to be a bandit with a gun. Could just be a survivor. Okay, so nobody moved anywhere near us. There's 2 outside there. 1 in the top room still. And 3 in this room. But we didn't hear any gunshots. So that means that the bandit, or whatever it is probably dead. Now, there's 1 outside the window here as well, I've just noticed. So we'll go out there, kill that, and we'll run around the outside the building. Okay, there's 2 down here. That other one was fairly silent for a SWAT zombie. And you could low enough for the knife. Apparently you can hit him with a metal sheet. I never even knew that. Now, all these zombies are quite far from us. So I think on this turn, I'm just going to wait. And I'll leave them water for a bit. We could just spend 1 on the MP3 player. And then drop that on the floor. Just gets us some morale back. Okay, so now there's 2 zombies on that square, I think. Yep, 2 on that square. 1 more's just zoned in here. There's you up there, which I'm going to go and take out. 1 on the zone point there, which is probably just zoned in. And 2 up the top here. So let's come and take this guy out first. And I think I will put my torch on. And that gives me 2 turns for each battery. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. 5.2, the knife can take you out. You're quite a big boy. Let's come this side of you so I can get some Okay, we didn't get quite enough visibility to see what this is. Like I wanted. But we do have a lot of AP still left. Not going to stop for the crackers. I'll go there because there's 1 in the room and 1 here. I can fight them both. That's low enough for a knife. And you're low enough just for an axe. So there's 1 here. 1 here. 1 down, 2 down the bottom here. And then we knew about that one that zoned in over this side, but we can't hear him because we're so far away from him. So as long as this zombie can't get to me, we'll be okay. We could spend the turn to repair the window. And close it. That's got 40 HP on it now. So doesn't matter even if this is like a very tough zombie. The chances he's going to get for that window are very, very low now. Okay, he didn't see us, but it was still worth doing that. We're very late into this run. 1 mistake could lose the whole run. So again, I am trying to be very careful. We'll take a digital watch with 39 turns on. Very, very good items. I never really used watches up until this run. But definitely something you shouldn't be sleeping on. Weak vitamins. Like I said, we'll start taking all the weak stuff now. Now there's a zombie here and a zombie here. Now because we've got level 4 in the sound, they shouldn't all be attracted to us. So I am going to check this. I was considering... Oh, we'll take the MP3 with 9 turns on. I was considering going up to the door and closing it. Oh, that was close. He would have hurt if he hit us. But we do have max agility, so we do have a 40% dodge rate. I'm happy with that axe breaking. Okay, never broke. I thought it was going to. And we know there's another zombie here. That's low enough for a knife. This isn't one of our good axes, so I'm happy for it to go. Then we shouldn't have that much more combat. So another 2 zoned in down the bottom. No, there's 3 there now on that zone point. There's 1 on this zone point. I think there's 1 there. Yep. So 3, 4, 5, and then the 1 in the room we knew about already. I'm going to search behind me. I think I'm going to go and cover that window to the left. Very high denim, that's the same as what all denims are. And we can just pick up the stuff that's underneath it. Now, I could protect myself by closing the door. No, it's still quite a way away. Everybody seems to be outside. And it was a bandit because you can see how much loot they dropped. So I am going to go there and close that door. That stops anybody from breaking that window and getting to me. So they've got to get through a 40 HP, then through an 18 door. Okay, all rotten. We'll take the canned corn. We'll take all the drugs. We'll take all your bullets. And a strength book. Oh, wow. That's what we're after. And the second tent. We go like 15 episodes in without finding a tent, and we find 2 back-to-back episodes. And I don't need anything there. We could take the Terminus, but most of the zones around the Terminus we've already looted. I don't think it's going to give us anything now, so I'm going to leave that. I would like next turn to go over there and start fixing these up. So what have we got with planks? We haven't got any, so we'd have to check this unit. No, not going to check the unit. Actually, oh no, we did loot it all. We're not going to check the unit, because if we check the unit, we're going to waste 0.5 AP, where we could just do the axe and break it down and all the loot will go on the floor. And again, we have proved that a few times in this run. So it costs 2 to use the axe. It's probably going to use the... I would rather it use the fire axe. No, he won't let us... He will pick an axe. Okay, that's fine. So just the 1 plank, unfortunately. And I don't need any of that. So I've got 10 AP. I think if I go up to that window, these are going to see me. I'd rather come and take this guy out. MRE, very nice find. And I would like to go and close that window as well down the bottom. 6.7. Not quite. Spear? Not quite. We'll use the fire axe. I think that's going to be more than enough. We've got a few fire axes in the car. And I'm not going to move anywhere until I get AP. So yeah, big boy's coming up to us, but he didn't have enough to get to us. We'll take that fighting knife, because we're down to our last one. In that case, I'm just going to let this axe break. Oh, that was a nice crit. And where's everybody else? Let's just get a movement. So there's 3 over here. 4 up here. And 5 over there. Now, he can't get in the building anywhere around here except for that door down there, which doesn't have much on it. We have 1 plank. In that case, let's come up here and destroy this as well. Even if he hears it, it's going to take him a while to get round. That gives us 2 more planks. Oh, and another MP3. Where would I be spending the night? So, I haven't found anything that gives bonuses, have I? We did got 1 shelves I forgot to check up there. Shelves there, shelves there. So I don't think anything's going to give me a bonus, so I might end up stopping in this room. Stop over this side, and then it's quite a distance for anybody to get to me, as long as I repair that door. Now, these shouldn't be able to see me at this point. But I don't know if they're going to hear the noise. What's on there? Pistol suppressor, bone, and a rag. I'll back off 1 just for a bit of safety. And we can eat. Get our water up. And morale. Let's just have a cigarette. That will just allow me to have a little bit more AP next turn. So next turn we're going to get 13 AP now. Okay, so he's moved away, so that means he hasn't seen me, so that's good. So there's still them 3 there. And there's still him over here. We've got one spot at the top there we'll have to uncover, so that's the way I want to go out in the morning. And being as though we've put the 40, I think I might stop the night in here. So I don't really need to do much down here. We just want to go into the building, so that's the next one to check. Don't want to grab any more planks or metal to repair stuff. Got 2 planks, but I could always use... Yeah, I'm going to... use the axe. And then see what's on the floor. Another digital watch? Oh, it is an electronic store. I was going to say, why is there so many watches here? Okay, what are we doing with AP? We're not going to overcap next turn. We'll have been 19.3. So I'm happy to just stop where I am. Okay, so there's a lot more on the tile. There's another couple coming. So there's 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there's a good chance these 3 here will see me when I go and repair that window. But it's still worth the choice. It's still worth the doing it. How are we doing with scrap? Oh, we've only got the 1. I was thinking if we had the 5, I could have just crafted another axe tonight. I'm taking the risk. I could go out and fight them all, but let them come up to the window. If they hit it a couple of times, I can repair it again. So yeah, let's close it and cover it. And I also want to repair this door. So 28 on the door, 20 on the window. Whatever they do, I'm not really that afraid of at the moment. Don't want to waste any AP, so at this point... let's get our morale back up top. It's actually easier carrying that on because that's 1 AP for 2 morale. It's pointless even carrying novels in that case if I've got enough MP3 players, because it's always going to give me 2, where the book is just going to get less and less. I'm going to stop where I am, so next... actually, I'll get more AP now. So I'll be up to 22. So let's spend 2 on something. Now, I'm going to ignore all them books. I'm going straight for the strength one. Might as well get our water topped up while we're here. We've got enough on us. So, as I suspected, there was going to come up and attack. But I'm at 20 AP now. I'm more than capable enough to go and take these out. So let's see what we've got. We've got 2 here, 2 here, and 1 down the bottom here. So that's 5 in that very close proximity, and another 2 down here. That will take you out. Now, I could go and fight all these, but I don't know if it's worth it. I think I can just barricade this door up and use that as a stopping point for him. Yeah, gonna do that. So we've checked everything in this room. Still got plenty of AP. We did miss this, so we can go and destroy that just for some planks. I'm going to reinforce this door. And because we're probably not going to sleep tonight, in that case, let's just take a couple of drugs. That's going to give us 1.7 energy a turn. Now, there is a zombie I've just seen outside the window. He's at the top. But I'm just going to come and repair this door. Take it up to 38 health, so if anybody does come in, because there's quite a lot down there, the chance of them taking that door out are going to be slim. And I think I'm going to go and cover that as well. Would be nice to repair the door if we've got some spare planks. We've still got planks, that's fine. But we could just destroy the one behind us on the next turn when we get some AP. And again, it's only 3 hours to the morning. I don't even need to go and interact with you, but I'm thinking it would be the best idea. Yeah, I'm going to do it. .6 with that knife. 6.1 with that. It's a bit stronger. And I don't need any of that. I could have just gone and uncovered that spot if I had thought about it. But that's fine. I think we're good for this turn. We can't really do much because we haven't got the AP. And as you saw, he's taking 5 HP every single hit and he's managed to do 2 hits on it. So he'll break for that the next turn. But then that will take a bit for him to get through. By that point, I'll be off the tile. So I'm happy to spend all my AP this turn on the strength book. Okay, he didn't manage to get through, so that's fine. It's going to be bright on the next turn. Now, I'm just looking around to see if I've got notifications up here of anybody. No. So what I am going to do is I want to uncover that one last... actually, there's a spot here to uncover as well. I forgot that. He's by the window still banging it, so that's fine. Now, there is another one by the truck here. What I've just noticed now we've opened the window. But that's fine. And we need to move 2 tiles to uncover that. And actually, no, go on the zone point to stop people from zoning in. And I didn't have a flag on me. That's annoying. I could possibly craft one. I normally grab one out the truck before I go exploring. What would be the easiest way? Me going behind the truck for 4 or crafting up a flag? I think I'm just going to go straight to the truck. I just need to make sure I don't see zombies, otherwise it won't let me put the flag down. Bit of an all-nighter, that's why it's always good to have drugs on you. And let me just put all my stuff away. We're good to go. We've dropped our flag. Make sure we grab another one so we don't get the same situation again. Only got 3 flags left, so we do need to craft some pretty soon. And we're ready to move on to the next tile. Do we need to fill the truck up anymore? I think we've only got that one fuel can, so no. So 30 down to there. Would it be worth... Yeah, let's try and clear the house, and then the next time we get the fire truck, we'll try and clear this side. Go to the house. Come to this house. And then we'll have a look to make sure there isn't a blockage there. Yeah, let's go to the house. So it is next to a danger zone, so it's going to be another tough one. We are going to take a gas can with us, because there's a car down there. It might have some fuel in. We'll actually take 2 gas cans. I think we can afford it weight-wise. And we'll take the weakest of these. Oh, actually, that can't be used anymore, so that can just get binned. Use 4 times, use once. Use 9 times. We could recharge them, but when we've got so many of them, we don't need to. Zombie here, zombie here. Zombie over here, zombie here. So there's 4. And then we've got 2 on the zone point at the top. I don't have a mega amount of AP, so I just want to move to that corner, get some visibility around here, and see what the movement is on these. Not much. So I'm not going to do anything else until next turn. We will come round and check the car either way. Who's the lowest HP? So we'll attack you, and we can always shoot you with the gun if we need to. 7.4 is going to be axes. Actually, 6.4 might be able to get you with a spear. Nothing I need there. So I want to go as quick as I can. We're only getting these notifications here and getting nothing down here. So I think I'm safe to go to that point there. It's a blockage. And this is what we have to watch out for. So there is a blockage to that library there. But I do want to go to that library as soon as possible. See what books we can find. We're probably ending up down to this house next. Not going round these. We'll see what it is after we've done this zone. Okay, so we've got 9 AP. We're going to get a bit next turn. So I don't really want to go and fight everybody down there. But I do want visibility. So let's go to that square and see if anybody can get to me. You can't. You can't. So I'm safe here. And I'm not going to waste AP. What's the next thing I'm going to eat? You have the lowest turn, so it's you. So yeah, 23.1 we need to be at. Okay, you're low enough, so I'm going to go there and I can take you out with a spear or a gun or anything. And we've got to level up. So what do we want to do? Energy save, a body strike or bargaining? Again, bargaining's no use on this run. We're doing 0 trading. I'd never attack with bodies. I will do a run where we don't kill any zombies and we only can take out legs and bodies. So yeah, we'll take the energy saver decrease. So I think we had 2 energy saver books on us, didn't we? Oh no, we had the strong spirits, the energy savers in the car. Okay, so let's start taking these out. Machete for you. 3.2, that's going to be dagger. The weakest dagger will take you out. I want to go to that spot and then I can take out both these. Okay, you went a little weird. 6.5, I don't think the dagger can do it, but the machete should. No. Spear? Yeah. You're 7.5, so that's going to have to be one of the axes. And what are you? 3.3. We do have a spear. We've reached 2. And that saves me moving. So that energy drink I will pick up, and that weak vitamins I will. So we'll go here, and then we can search the car from this location. And this is the reason I bought the gas cans, in case there was any fuel. There's only a little bit, but better than nothing. And what do you have in there? Just some nails and a shovel, but we've got enough shovels. So let's get some AP before we start exploring the building. We could easily take all these blockages out. They don't take us that much to take out. 14.6, we can't get any we're not getting notification of zombies anywhere. I do want to move over there and see if we can uncover that, just so I can get my flag down ready. Because walking all the way around, we managed to uncover the old building already. So if we wanted to, we could just leave this tile without searching, but no. Where's the fun in that? Actually, weak medicine we don't need. We've barely used any medicine in this run. We'll take those and check them against the ones we've got. Yeah, them better, so that our old ones can go on the floor. There is a survivor, so unfortunately we all know what that's going to be. And unfortunately that with the white t-shirt, I'm pretty certain is the driver as well. Which driving a fire truck with a driver would be just silly. Because of his 75% skill, that wouldn't be 7.7. It'd be like 1.9, 1.8, something like that. So less than 2 fuel, and you would have enough fuel once you fill up the fire truck to go 32 tiles, 33 tiles, something like that. So yeah, that would really be a silly amount of movement. Now, I'm not going to attack this turn because we are about to come out of AP. And that was a fantastic crit. Okay, so we've searched all that. Let's go and see what loot they've got. Rotten, no good to us. Don't need anything there. We'll always take the ammo, but again, we've got stupid amount of ammo now. Gaslight is always good. Can be used too. That's going to be good. And a third tactical backpack I've seen in this run. Like I said, never seen it in any run up till now, and I had over 100 hours gameplay. And then all of a sudden, in this one run, in probably, I don't know how long it's going to be once editing, probably around 30 hours gameplay at least I've put into it at the moment. And that's the third tactical backpack I've come across. Now, ours is very high as well, so it's no advantage to taking it. Low, very low, no use. I will use the map fragment, but like I say, I'm pretty certain we've got everything. And cat size we've already maxed out, so that's no use. And another jewellery. It is 20 pieces of jewellery you need for the achievement. And we could have possibly got it on this run if we'd have just picked them up. And again, getting all the achievements do help you get a multiplier. Not going to take it. We just never had any good luck with the traps. Okay, we still got AP to burn. So let's go straight away over there. And we're getting no notifications anybody's come on the zone, even though it's next to a dangerous place as well. Rotten, and we've got enough novels. In the zone getting there, we'll pick it up. I think the barbed wire is used for some of the traps. It's just, we just don't use the traps that much. I will do a run where I do set down traps and do an home base. So again, a lot of the aspects of the game, I do want to explore it all. But I do want to have sort of theme runs, try to bring in a new part of the game every run, do something I haven't done in the previous one. And every run up till now I've always done with a different character as well. We'll take the fighting knife. Check it against the ones we've got. High, medium, we'll dump the low one. And I think we're done with this tile. Now we are encumbered because we've still got our gloves on, so let's take them back off. And yeah, nothing else to check. We've checked everything in here, checked everything up there, and next turn we're ready to leave the zone. Cheapest would be on that square. Let's just put that little bit of fuel we got in there. Just keep the one gas can as a backup. Let me just chuck all my stuff away. And we've got our good selection of books on there. I've used the MP3 a couple of times just to get our morale back up. So we're ready to go on to the next tile. So we've got 46.4 fuel. And parks we don't need to visit. It's telling me this route down here would be the fastest way to the gas station. We'll stick to the original plan. We're going to go to this house here below the park. And it's a fortified house. Yet another fortified house. Well, we know what that means. So first thing I'm seeing is a lot of zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all close to me. So you have quite a bit of movement, so I need to get to that square really to see what he is. So he has a lot of movement. We might end up using some AP items. So the first thing we want to do is interact with the door, aggro them, they will come and take some of these zombies out for us. Do we need to? No, but it's fun doing it this way. And we don't need to use we can just use the knife. And you're even more shouting. As up till yet. Okay, so you only get to that tile. You could get to the tile I'm on, but I plan to move there anyway, so that's fine. Up until yet, 5 is the most we've ever seen at a fortified house. There's been a couple with only 4, and I think this is about the 5th or 6th fortified house we've come across. You can't get to me, you can't get to me. So I'm actually safe without using AP items, except for this guy here. So I would need to move off the tile I'm on. So in that case, we'll go and take this guy out. Yep, that knife will do it. While I'm by the truck. And this is a good place because we can stop here tonight because we know the doors are strong. So we'll take a flag with us. We've got our sticks with us. We'll take one plank. Our AP's still really, really good at 1.2. So this guy can't get to us now. This guy can't. This guy can't. And this guy can't. And we know those going to come out the house and start shooting. Okay, they did come after me. Oh no, they did shoot the zombie here. To the south of the fire truck. So 2 of them I've got to take out because at least this one below me has got my attention. This guy over here can only move 1 tile. So I can ignore him for the moment. He's the priority. So let's start with the assault rifle. 8.1. It's going to be 3 attacks and I've got a near 100% chance to take it out. Now we could take off the suppressor. Because we don't need the suppressor to be on. Let's see if that gives me the same percentage attack. Yep, still the same. But it's going to make noise, but that's fine. 2 and a crit, that's great. Can we get you? What's your hit chance? 45. I don't think I like them odds, but we could just run up to him and use an axe. We know there's another zombie there. And we know you're there. So let's take you out. And I think I want to move around here and have a look down at this survivor here. So you can get to me. You could get to me. So in that case, I need to be on that square. I should have picked up the drugs then, I forgot. And then you are going to be distracted by the zombie there and this zombie here. So in that case, what are we going to lose? 24.2. So let's use 5 onto this. And I'm just hoping we can find another strength book here. Now we know there's another NPC just to the left of the building. Just not giving me the cursor at the moment, so I can't show you. So this zombie down here is really tough, and this zombie is really tough. But there's a survivor here, because you saw all the attacks it was doing. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6 zombies down that side. And we've only got a couple here. So this is the safest way for us to go. We could just leave all the zombies and go in the house. That would be a call as well. There's a window here we could easily get into. But no, I think I want to take out some of these zombies. What food are we using next? 25 turns on that, so I need to get to 22. Okay, we're going to have to go back up to that square then. Survivor there. Let's just take you out with the gun. Take you out with the axe. We could just use the gun. Let's get some proficiency on the gun. It's doing... Actually, it's not doing nowhere near the damage we can do with our axe. Our axes are 14.5 as the minimum. The gun's doing about 8 point something. But you can get done with the gun. And again, the reason I've took the silence off, I don't mind having a bit of noise. It'll bring the zombies to me to save me, keep running after them. You can't get to me and you can't get to me. So I'm safe to get to that loot pile. Well, what a loot pile it is. That's very nice food there. Good wine. Was the vitamins the HP one? No, it isn't. That's fine. I'll pick that up. That's good loot early game, but not for us now. I don't think we need them because I think we've got enough 8x scopes. We've got enough shotguns. Always take the fighting knives. We are using a lot of them as weapons at the moment. And we've got another hour before it gets dark. So there's still a survivor on the left of the map. There was a survivor on the left of the map. He's no longer there. You're weak enough to be took out with a spear. I don't want this spear to break, though. So what I'm going to do is use the repair kit on it. Because that's the last spear I've got. I could craft up some more quite easily, but I don't need to at this point. We want to take you out, but I want visibility down here while I've got the daylight. So I'm going to run round. So there is a blockage there, and this is what we were worried about. If there was blockages going to the gas station, then we could be stranded with a fire truck. Now, we can easily take blockages out, but that's perfect. We can take that out, come back to there, do the gas station. Then we've got a few little bits up here to do. But I think the next run I want to do is round by the library, see what else books we can get. But that's going to be in the next episode, that one is. Don't need to run after the tape. I do want to have a notice of what's all this mess over here. Just need to see everybody's range. So I think if I go to that square there, I'm safe. You can't get to me, you can't get to me, you can't, you can't. You can get close, but not to me, you can't, okay? And then the next turn it will be dark, we will put our torch on for some combat. But we do have quite a good visibility at night now. And we're going to get 12.5, so we'll be on 18.7. So we don't need to worry about that. And banana, we can just have that this turn. And then we'll eat the sandwich. We've still got a day to eat that sandwich. Let's top up our water while we've got some on us. And our morale's looking super. So there is still another survivor somewhere. He's at the top. So those zombies didn't come to me because they've gone up to the top. That can be used one time each. Let's go to that square and let's see what we can do with the gun. We could just go to that square and take all these out with the axe. I think I'm going to do that. Well, we've got a knife at the moment, so let's just use the weakest knife. And then 7.2 is going to be axe. And again, we are up to 100% chance because of all our bonuses. You can get to me, you could get to me, and you could get to me. That's the square I need to get back to, 1.7. If I move forward, it's going to be 2.6. I think I can afford to take this guy out. Let's check that movement again. So yeah, this square here, they can see me, but they can't get to me. And next turn, if the survivor doesn't take him out, we can take him out ourselves. That's a lot of attacks he's just done. So we need to take them zombies out. So there's two here and one just zoned through. Is there any others on the map? Also want to pay attention to what doors are open. So that one's open there and that one's open there. So those are the two we've got to secure. Can we get straight to there? We can. Take out these two and then we'll take out the survivor. 4.6, we can switch down to a low dagger. And then you're going to have to be an assault rifle. Now, I did just notice something was missing on there. Ah, the red dot sight's no longer, so I'm losing 20% accuracy. Now, we know there's somebody on the zone point there, so I'm going to go to that square, and hopefully I can take him out with a rifle as well. Brilliant. So as far as I can tell, there's nobody on the map. There's some good loot out here I want to come and collect in the morning, but there's some loot under us. We can pick this up now. Fresh coffee's great for morale. We've got another coffee in the car to have as well. That's all drugs I can use. I did dump a load of my bullets in the car. I think we've got about 600 bullets now. Don't need anything there. And another strength book. Is it in game that you could get every stat up with all the books? Because it's looking that way. That will take me to strength 3 out of 5. So I would only need to find 2 more strength books and 1 health book at the next library for me to go 5 across the board on a character, which would be very nice. None of that I need. The door's open as well, so we want to close up as much as we can. Okay, what have you got in here? Edge strike with Muddy 4 or 4, and keepsake collector with Muddy 5 or 5. Bread I'm always going to take. We'll take the laser sight because we know we're running a bit low, and those gloves we'll just check against our own. 64 high, 40 medium, those can go on the floor. Morale. I'll take an extra morale book. Dex are Muddy 5 or 5, so that's no use. And kitchen knives are just not as good as the fighting knives we've been using. Crafting book, we've got all the recipes, very low. And pistols, we've got 1 of every weapon now that I'm aware of in the game. So that's the pistol, the rifle, the shotgun, the assault rifle. If there's any other weapons, I've never ever come across them. With the amount of grenades we've got in the fire truck, it'd be nice to have a grenade launcher. So there is somebody by the door there, and there is somebody on the zone point at the top. My main priority is to get into this room on the right here and close that window up so we get a secured place to search tonight. And none of that is any use to me. AP wise, I don't have enough to do much on this turn if I open the door, so I am just going to put 1 into that strength book. And it is a lot less pages. That's 460, the next one's 541. Would be nice to... Okay, there is a reading desk. I was going to say it would be nice if you have a reading desk here. Now, our energy is starting to go down. So I think I'm going to take 2 of the low ones just so we can spend the night searching all this so we can get an early start off the tile in the morning. So we've on 19.4. Now, he's got some strong attack, so I do need to take him out because he's nearly took that door out. I was just going to go for that door, but no, we've got to take this guy out first. We could use this thing, the assault rifle, but I think now stealth is the best. We could go and take you out as well, which I think would be the best call. Can the spear do that? Not quite, so let's switch back to the axe. Next turn we'll try again to go for the door. So we know there's one over there, and that's the only one I'm seeing or we're hearing at the moment. I think it was 22 we needed to get 2 for the food. Yep, 22 for the food. So first thing I want to do is come up here and close that window. So let's search this while we're here. Free food. And none of that I need. And then that secures this room. Don't need to worry about closing all the doors in here. We'll know if anybody tries to get him because we'll hear the banging on the doors. Energy, drugs and a lockpick. We have found a few lockpicks in this run, and with the amount of steel I've got in the car, I could just craft loads of lockpicks. We've got enough fishing rods. I'll take that book and compare it against the strong spirits, because I think the ones are in the bag. We only need 2 more strong spirit. So we're 3 out of 5. So that's 244 pages. That one is 331 and that's 364. So let's chuck that on the floor. And there is another reading desk there we could use. Salt we'll pick up. We've got loads of salt in the car and pepper. It's just we never need to cook at the moment. Now there is somebody to the safe down here. Is that the same one we was getting ping of before? Okay, let's get some AP and let's see where everybody moves to. Okay, I'm not hearing anybody. Ah, there's one here by the window. And nothing there I need, unfortunately. Let's finish this room off before we go into the other. And neither one of them are any good. And again, I'm pretty certain we've got everything on the map, but I'm just reading them just in case I've missed something. Some nice drugs and some more ammo. And nothing there I need. So let's come up to the door and then... Is that is closed because it says they're closed and covered. If he does bang on, we'll take him out next turn. If he doesn't, then we'll just loot that room. And we want to do the room with the reading desk as close to the fire truck as possible. So that one there. But we do want to go and get all this loot off the floor in the morning. Especially the big loot piles. What the survivors have dropped. Like there. Over here. So there's 2 down here, 1 by the window here, there's 1 up the side there. And I think we had a notification there was 1 round there, but we moved out of range of it. Let's get some AP this turn. Just in case he bangs on the window. Okay, he hasn't, that's fine. Then we've got a reading desk there. But I think that's a great place to call it. That's another trading house done. We've got a little bit left. So we have 2 really... Once we go back to the gas station, we have 2 more trips to do, really. One of the trips is going to be house hardware. House. That clears this section. We still want to go back and drop a flag at that fortified house, which we forgot. We don't need to, but it's a part of this run. So again, I do want to quickly pop there, drop a flag down, and then just leave the zone. And then the second run will be leaving the police station till last. I've said that a few times. This will probably take 2 runs, but that library is the most important one I want to go and visit. It would be nice to go to the furthest house and then work our way back. So from once we get to the gas station, go to the house, do the gun shop, come to the house, to the library. That clears everything around that dangerous zone. And then we can make our way back and see what fuel we've got. But we should have enough when we fill up our cans to make all that run in one. So that's probably going to be the next run. Then I'll do this run in here. Then we'll do the police station very last. We've got another 20 days because we want to do the day 100 run on it. We're doing day 80 at the moment. So I think we've gone through pretty well on this tile. Hopefully you're all enjoying it. I've definitely enjoyed this one. It's a different play style to what I've normally done with loads of survivors and lots of inventory management. So it is a bit of a change for me as well. But thank you very much everybody for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.